Welcome back. It seems abuse of the grasslands in the hills just north of Kamloops is continuing despite law enforcement efforts. Warnings, tickets, and large signs still don't seem to face certain individuals who don't realize that the damage they're making takes years to recover. In fact, it's an ongoing situation that stretches back decades, compounded in more recent years with the increase in 4x4s and motorbikes.
In 1976, this area was designated as a wildlife management area to protect the grassland ecosystem here. And in doing so, what they've done is prohibited motor vehicles from accessing some of those areas, and in turn opened some other areas as an alternative for people to use motor vehicles or ATVs in. And really that's just to protect what you see here from damage caused by the erosion from tire tracks and the spread of various things like knapweed, things like that. That's a real concern here. In addition to some wildlife species like burrowing owl, some racers, some various snakes, the North Pacific rattlesnake, things like that.
It really is a unique area. You don't see this very much in the province. Smaller pockets, but especially close to a large city like this.
Exactly. You're basically right up to subdivision here to have a unique grassland like that. So it is quite unique in BC.
Not too long ago, there was an agreement for people who wanted to do some off-road type activities, and sort of the road here separates them.
That's correct, and it's well designated when you first enter into the Lac du Bois area. There's a large 4x8 map that shows you which areas are open to access, and basically this side of the road on the, I guess the northern part of the road at this point is open to use by all-terrain vehicles and four-wheel drives.
Yeah.
And this side here is not, but and is designated as that by various signing, but you can see it's not complied with very often.
In fact, you can see the difference compared to where they can and where they can't.
Sure.
And just before we did this interview, and in fact we can probably see the fellow over here on the motorbike, you issued him a ticket because he was on the wrong side of the road.
That's correct, yeah. And a simple matter of I guess a new person with a motorcycle not stopping to read the signs on the way in or take the time to look into where they can operate these things.
Yeah.
It's just not wide open anymore, and they have to have a bit of diligence on their half to at least read the signs, but they can contact our office. The map, the Forest Recreation cover map, shows you a blow-up of Lac du Bois where you can operate motor vehicles, so that's also available as well.
Mm-hmm. Some of this area has been replanted. In fact, it might have been even replanted behind us here.
It could have been. I'm not positive on that, but it certainly was an area earlier this spring that was a lot greener than this, and this is all quite recent.
Of course, the big sign here.
Sure.
Please respect your grasslands, no vehicles.
No
you
vehicles.
Can see where they've gone around, in behind over to the right here, but right behind you here, they've gone up and around and over and pretty much trashed in this area behind.
Sure. And the difficulty with this is every time a signpost is put on, they burn a new road in beside it, like this one up here, and I guess the question comes to us is how far do we have to go to stop this? Do we have to fence the whole thing off? That becomes a little cost prohibitive and unreasonable. So what we're trying to do now is, unfortunately, get the message out through the courts if we can.
It's a delicate area. If we look up further, you can see where there's patches of new growth up higher on this bank. And I guess this is because there's been less types of vehicles in here, giving it a chance to kind of grow back.
Sure. And again, you can see, though, there's recent tracks beside it of, looks like motorcycle tracks up right through it. So that new growth has now been damaged back.
Yeah. So I guess you're seeing a lot of this in this particular area.
Yes, you are. And again, it's a little frustrating on our behalf. We just don't know how to deter it any further.
I guess the next step, although when you think about it would be impossible, but fencing to keep just at least the vehicles out.
I guess, yeah. And even then, in some cases, there has been fencing put up and they've been cut through, the fence has been cut and vehicles entered through that way as well. So it is a difficult point at this time as to how to stop it further, and that's why we're kind of increasing our enforcement action and seeing if we can do it that way.
So maybe bigger signs down at the bottom, although signs don't work. But the guy that you ticketed this morning, how much does he get out of his pocket?
It really depends on what he chooses to do, if he chooses to dispute it or not, but it could be a $100 ticket. Some people are faced here, depending where they're operating, how sensitive the area is, direct appearance notice where they'll appear in court, and we'll look for higher fines than that.
You mentioned knapweed that grows in here. That's not what people like Agricultural Canada and other ministries or whatever who is responsible would like to see grow here.
No, it's
not
definitely
natural.
No, it's a noxious weed species, and it's spread specifically by tires, damaged land that allows it to seed, and it's throughout and increasing in this area.
And if you see someone that's not supposed to be where they're supposed to be, you're asked to call a Ministry of Environment Conservation, their toll-free hotline at 1-800-663-9453. That's 1-800-663-WILD. Now stay with us. Still ahead on Midday, the 3-day weather forecast. And the world of photojournalism takes one huge step forward. That when we return.
Remember to walk the dog.
And give the bird some water.
And cut the grass, if you don't
And the
mind.
spare key is at the Kamloops.
Just a reminder, Labatt Genuine Draft goes down easy because it's real draft.
And take good care of the house.
No problem.
Okay, explain this operator thing again.
Well, our new long-distance company doesn't have operators.
So,
if you need help, say getting a call connected...
BC Tel is the one who helps us, not the new one?
Exactly. Anyway, how often do we need help?
Don't miss United Carpet's one-day yard sale, Saturday, August 19th, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. A full day packed with incredible savings on carpet, lino, roll-ends, and more. Get commercial carpet from $5.95 a square yard. Get tremendous early bird door crasher savings. That's Saturday only, August 19th at United Carpet. Stock up on lino price from $4.95 a square yard. Get extra special prices on remnants. Hurry in for great prices. 6 till 6, August 19th at your nearest United Carpet dealer.
Now, the Boston lettuce or the Belgian endive? No, the radicchio. Need any help, love? No thanks. I'll be right out. I gotta get this salad just right. The gourmet crowd. That's why I'm going with this new Kraft sun-dried tomato and oregano dressing. Look at all that sun-dried tomato. And oregano. Wish me luck.
New Kraft sun-dried tomato and oregano. Part of the new herb collection. Kraft, when you really love salads.
This salad's divine.
Piece of cake.
Just a reminder, Labatt Genuine Draft goes down easy because it's real draft.
Welcome back to Midday this Thursday afternoon. It's getting to the point where I really don't want to read the forecast because it's not that great, and you probably don't want to hear it. There is one saving grace that in the southern interior the forecast will be a little better. Up in the Caribou, still nothing great to talk about. The official forecast coming up in just a moment. In the meantime, let's talk about the conditions and temperatures across the rest of the country. And the satellite map just before that, which gives us an idea of just all the unsettled, turbulent weather moving in off the west coast, and that not likely to change until at least the end of the weekend. Now, yes, the weather and conditions across the rest of the country, including our destination in Canada today.